I feel the need to remind you today that your future husband is not sitting around and waiting for you to enter his life for him to decide to be happy. Like, your future husband is living his best life right now. He'll be living a better life when you enter it, but he doesn't know that because he's not waiting for that. He's living his best life right now. He is enjoying his life right now. Sure, he might have put some thought into who he wants to be with. And, every time one of his friends gets married, he has this little emotional moment of when he's going to find the one. But outside of those little moments, he's enjoying his life, okay? He's building the life that he wants. He's following his dreams. He's securing the bag. He's going on trips with friends or maybe even solo trips if he's adventurous. He is enjoying fine dining experiences. He's enjoying nights alone where he watches his favorite movie. He's working out and taking care of his health. He is not waiting for you to come and activate his life, okay? And I would also argue that your future husband, the man that you are meant to be with, doesn't want you to sit around waiting for him. He's living his best life in hopes that you're also living your best life and collecting experiences so that when you two come together, you have a lot to catch each other up on. You both have thriving, beautiful, active lives that you can share with each other. He doesn't want you to be sitting around twiddling your thumbs and binge watching YouTube videos about finding and manifesting the one. He wants you to live your life as well. Everything changed for me when I realized that I was gonna find someone. I knew it. I just knew I was gonna find someone. I knew I would end up happy. I knew I would end up in a secure, beautiful relationship. And it dawned on me that when that does happen, I'm going to miss myself. Like, that was the thought that popped up in my head is, oh my God, these nights that I have where I light a candle and watch Netflix and don't have to ask anyone what they want to eat. I can eat whatever I want, watch whatever I want. I can sleep whenever I want. Like, I can just do whatever I want and just be in my own solitude and my quietness. This beautiful little sanctuary that I've curated for myself. There will come a day where I have to share that with somebody. That was the thought that I had, genuinely. And yes, would it be someone deserving that I actually want to be in my space? Duh. Otherwise, why would I do it? I knew that it would be somebody deserving, but still, I knew that there would be moments where I would miss myself. And so when I realized that, I was like, okay, let me just forget about him for a little while and double down on this, because I know I'm going to get him, whoever he is. And when he comes, it's going to be amazing and great and beautiful, but it will never quite be like this. This is something special that I can only get in this moment. So let me double down on enjoying this so that whenever he does come, I don't regret not savoring this for what it was. I want that energy for you. I want you to really stop doing this thing where you delay your happiness and you delay your gratitude for life and your joy until somebody comes and activates it. I hate that for you. Like, there is so much beauty in your life right now, in the most menial of things, in the little coffee that you make every morning, in the way that you open your blinds, in the way the sun shines through to your home, in the way that your cold bed sheets and pillows feel right before you go to sleep. There's so much beauty in those little moments that is meant to be enjoyed right now. Of course, it will also be enjoyed later on with another person, but I'm willing to bet you any money that you will enjoy it even more with that other person if you learn to enjoy it with yourself. There's really so much beauty all around you. And I just want to challenge you just for one day. If this feels inaccessible forever, okay. One day, give me one day where you prime your brain to focus on all the beautiful things that you have in your life right now that are not going to hit quite the same when you're in a relationship. And this is not any energy that pushes a relationship away. I know you might be thinking that, like, if I get too happy now, then I might just push someone away. Nope, it doesn't work like that. It actually works the opposite. And this is not why you should do it. Okay, I'm just gonna put that out there. Whatever I'm about to tell you, this should not be the argument, because then you're still centering him in your little romanticization of your life. But if you do feel scared to romanticize your life too much because you think it'll push him away, I will have you know that the number one way to manifest the thing that you actually want is by embodying the energy that you believe that thing will give you right now. Like, in the absence of that thing, if you can just role play how amazing and loved and admired and beautiful you'll feel in a relationship right now while you're still single, you are going to become a match to that thing so much faster. And I'm telling you right now, there is nothing more beautiful and empowering than creating that for yourself and then having someone worthy come into your space. And you have to have this little press conference in your brain of, do we want this? Because this is good. This is beautiful right here. Should we let him in, or are we good right here? And there were a couple times where I decided no, because the standard that I had for someone entering my space was so high. It became such an exclusive space. This isn't just for men, even for friends. My space became so exclusive and so amazing that I was so discerning about who I wanted to share that energy with. And that just became the most amazing, unexpected kind of filtering process to magnetize the right person into my space. So by the time Ahmed came around, I asked myself a few times, do I really want this? And anytime I would let him into my space, even like on a FaceTime call, I felt like he added so much to it. And I genuinely loved talking to him. But he was competing with me. And I'm like, I don't know. This is going to be a tough one. Like, he's so positive. He has such great energy. He's so ambitious. He challenges me. However, I do all that for myself. So let's just try him out for a little bit. And sure enough, he absolutely stood the test of time. And he's my best friend. Like, I truly, truly understand what people mean now when they say that their partner is their best friend, because I love being with him. But I wouldn't have attracted somebody like him if I didn't love being with myself first. So I want to challenge you to spend one day just asking yourself, what am I obsessed with about my life right now? And if obsessed feels too strong for you, what am I enjoying? What am I appreciating about my life right now? What about my life right now, as I'm single in my own space, won't be the case for when I'm in that relationship? And how can I double down on just appreciating and savoring that, knowing that I will find somebody? You need to kind of mind F yourself into that certainty of knowing that you will find somebody, so that you can focus your energy on being grateful for what you have today. There will never be a more magnetic version of you than the version of you that decides to love her own solitude and love her own space and feel grateful for her life right now, even while she still wants these other things. The version of you who enjoys the process is going to be the most magnetic and amazing version of you. Something also tells me that we need to do a little activity where we walk through your biggest fear in life of being single and like becoming a cat lady in 50 years. And I want to talk about that. Let's pretend that that is your greatest fear in life, is to end up single and alone and, you know, in a house filled with a bunch of cats, right? I want you to ask yourself this question. Let's pretend that that's the end of the story. That's what's going to end up happening regardless. But there are two parallel scenarios. Scenario A is the one that you're in right now, where you're just twiddling your thumbs, you know, kind of going through the motions of life, but looking up every 2 seconds to see if your knight in shining armor has made his way into your life. You're not quite fully present because you're constantly wondering when he's going to come into your life so that you can finally be happy. That's scenario A. Scenario B is the advice that I'm giving you, which is to double down on enjoying your life and to find the beautiful nuggets of gratitude that you can collect throughout the day, and to look at your life through the lens of, wow, I might not get this when I end up in a healthy, happy relationship. The one where you truly learn to love your solitude. Now, let's say that the outcome of either of those two scenarios is that you end up lonely in a house with a bunch of cats. Would you rather have lived a life of waiting just to end up as the lonely cat lady, or live a life where you were grateful and appreciative and happy and joyful just to end up as a lonely cat lady? Like, if you are going to end up as a lonely cat lady, wouldn't you rather have at least enjoyed a big part of your life? I give you this example just to help you understand how illogical it is to be in the spirit of waiting. But I want you to understand that, like, you will not end up as the lonely cat lady in the scenario where you're so joyful and happy and present. You will not feel lonely. You will attract healthy love into your life. You will attract a thriving social life into your life. You will become so magnetic to more things that give you that feeling of joy and gratitude, because that is the energy that you are emanating in this scenario B. So please, please, my love, stop waiting. Stop waiting on him to come and activate your life. He is not waiting for you. He is not waiting for you. You wouldn't even want to be with the type of person that is waiting for you. You don't want to be with a guy who's sitting around in his room just staring at the wall and waiting for you and not allowing himself to fully be present and enjoy the moments that he's experiencing. You don't want to be with a guy who's not enjoying movie night with his family because he's constantly checking his Instagram to see if she DM'd him back. Like, that's corny. You want to be with someone who isn't even on his phone because he's loving his time with his family and really cherishing it. You don't want to be with a guy who is going to a new country and exploring beautiful things, but constantly wondering if he's going to meet his person at a cafe. You want to be with a guy who, I don't know, I might be saying this, you might be like, no, I want my guy to be super thirsty for me. I feel like that's toxic, and I don't actually feel like you would be attracted to the type of guy that would be super thirsty for you. You want to be with someone who does know that he's going to have a healthy, beautiful love and has thought about and put intention into what that looks like. Absolutely. But I'm willing to bet that you are attracted to the type of man who can go to a new country and experience new things and just be fully present in that moment and fully grounded in the understanding that you are going to make your way into his life. But in the time that hasn't happened yet, he's going to enjoy that life because he knows it is his responsibility to cultivate a beautiful, fruitful, thriving life that you both can one day enjoy together. That is your job right now. Your job right now is to cultivate a beautiful, thriving, happening life so that whoever makes their way into your life can enjoy that with you. When you decide you want to share that with someone, it is something worth sharing. Make your life something worth sharing. Go do that right now. Give yourself one day of doubling down on what is so precious about this here moment. Because I am telling you, there is just so much beauty in your life right now, just begging for you to see it. Let me know if you're down to try this. Let me know what this brought up for you. I love you so much. And as always, stay powerful, my love.